Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, and this is the continuation video of the Worlds Within Worlds by Kirby Rosanes. And if you've been, this is video number 3, if you've been following me through the progression of the camel with the volcanoes on the back. So the last time I showed you how to do the lava and to follow the lava coming directly out of the volcano versus just coloring all these streams down the front. I just thought, now you can do that, don't get me wrong, but I just thought it would be really cool, you know, to go ahead and be specific. The other thing, just a little review, the other thing that I did is I have the bright red at top, have it cooling off in the center, and then have it the darker brown at the bottom, where the idea is that it's lost its heat and cooled off. So that's my thoughts on this, my design on it. Okay, so let's continue. I'm going to work on the smoke, and what I want to show you, as I drop my pen, is I'm going to make a slight addition to the top of that smoke. And there is a reason for my madness here, method to my madness. Let me pull you in. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to close off a little bit these clouds and make them a little puffier. And as I said, there's a specific reason that I am doing this, which I will show you shortly. To darken that in a little bit. Now you don't have to do the darkening in if you don't want, but it is important. Let me really zoom you in. Yeah, I'm just, well, let me do this. Sorry for the camera wiggle here, my bad. So that is going to be important for what I'm going to be doing next. The darkening of the clouds is optional here, but I do like to do that obviously for the character. But I'm going to really do this judiciously because this is going to be a lot of grays here. And by the way, I'm planning on working on the sky behind the clouds. So you're going to want to stick with me on that, for that. Again, notice I'm not darkening this in too much. I'm going to follow that up a little bit here. Okay. And I would also encourage you to watch my video dated April 13th, 4/13, because I do show you a lot of technique on making your little, what I call enhancements to what Kirby has put in here. I love his style. I love how he does this. Let me put it to you this way. If he were to be more detailed with his drawings, I would be, along the lines that I'm doing it, it would break my heart, because I love, 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 love having this ability. To me, guys, this pen, I haven't said this before, but it's important. To me, the pen is no different than what I would be doing with a pencil. So All right, now I'm gonna bulk this up a little bit here. All right. And I'm gonna bulk this up a little. All I'm doing is taking what he had with the straighter, just the lines there, and I'm just adding the lines to make them more like this. So that's what I mean by bulking these up. Okay, yeah. And just for consistency, let me pull you out here. Do it this way. See how cool that looks now? Not like it didn't look cool before, but you know what I mean. Okay, so let's do this. And Kirby obviously is showing this as lava dust here. Well, I'm going to pull you in again. Where the rocks and stuff is probably being thrown up, the dirt from the eruption. And I'm going to go ahead and add some of that dust. I think that's going to make it look really cool. I hope everybody's having a great evening. I'm feeling really relaxed. I just ate a really big dinner. That might be a mistake with me doing this video. Okay. Yeah. And I'm probably, let's see how that's gonna look. I'm gonna do a little bit of lava dust on this side, but not much. Okay, so let me pull you out. You can see that. Okay, that's good. Totally optional on this point. I gotta quit saying totally optional. The reason I'm showing you this is for the enhancements. But on the dust, if you don't want to add the dust because you go, ooh, that's fine. So yeah, we're good. All right, so let me show you the colors that I'm working with tonight. My first color is from the Cool Banks. It's the Strong Red, color C074. And my next color, which is more of a pink, is my Master Brand pencil, color number, and that is hard to read because of the shine, 238. There we go. All right. And let me show you how those colors look. These are the two right here. Let me reblend them for you so you can see. So here's the first one, and here is the second one. There we go. And actually, let me show you the grays that I'm going to be working with, because that's going to be integral as well. That's my master color 428. 428. Good grief, guys. And master color 425. Here is the 425, which is darker. And my 428, which is my light. Yeah, I think this is gonna look really cool. Okay, we're good. But as I always tell you, don't worry about not having these pencils. Like I said, I bought a boatload of pencils, and if you don't have these particular brands, just match the colors. You'll be good to go. All right, I'm gonna pull you out. Oop, wrong way. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is start with my lighter red, which is actually my pink. Doo-doo-doo. Do, 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 do. And the effect that I'm going after is this volcano's erupting. So the stuff on this, the clouds on this side, or this part, are going to be what? Red, right? From the eruption. Even though I'm doing pink, but you'll see why in a minute. Ooh. Pull you in just a little bit. Didn't mean to get that streaky with it. I gotta hit it with my blending pencil. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to take my red and I'm going to go over this with a firm hand, meaning I'm pressing now about a 7 or an 8. Oh, yeah. Okay, now as I get to this point, I'm lightening up. Why? Because I'm getting further away from the red lava. Whoops, I just went outside. Hate that. And let me fix where I hoop. And I missed right there. Boy, that was clever. I missed and I went outside on the same shot. Am I not talented? I'll tell you. Okay. And let me sharpen my pencil here. And I'm going to blend that with my finger. Okay. All right. Now, I also am actually, let's see here, making a decision while I'm talking to you. All right. So now what I'm going to do is go back and I'm going to emphasize the top of each cloud. Now, that's a pretty dark red to go back with the same pencil. And try to emphasize that red. So what I'm going to do is pull another colored pencil, Cool Bank C113 Maroon. Now watch what I do. On the top of each cloud, I'm going to emphasize the darker color. Look how cool that looks, guys. Oh man, bummer. All right, give me a minute. See, I break my pencil leads on purpose so that you can stop and take a look at what I've colored. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, give me a minute here. Okay, close enough for government work. I don't have a sharp point, but it's not essence. Look at that point. Isn't that? Oh well, it works. Really? 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 Okay. I really think that you need to have a good view of this. Or you can be catching up with me while you're coloring at the same time. There you go. Is that a more feasible story here? Boy, that's just, that puppy just doesn't want to cooperate. Give me a minute. Okay, let's see. Doesn't that look neat? I'm really surprised my pencil lead is breaking like this. I normally, and especially considering these are basically brand new pencils. But sometimes when you get pencils in a case, you got one that may have been dropped or jostled or whatever. All right, so let's try this again. Okay. Unbelievable. That's it. I gotta go with a different maroon pencil. Hold on. That'll work. Set that one aside. Okay, so look where I'm emphasizing the clouds. Now, technically speaking, your light's coming up from the lava, right? But Kirby darkened them at the top here, so that's okay. I'm going to follow that. And then what I may do is put a little on the bottom here. I'm just going to emphasize just a little bit, but not too much because I don't want to lose that cloud. And now you see why I closed it off with ink, okay? With my, what I call my enhancements. All right. Okay, now I'm just gonna rub that because I want it to be smushy. All right, and now I'm gonna go back to my pink, my original pink and my original red, and let's see if I can, let's see what I can do here. Just gonna pull you out just a tad more just so you can get a lay of the land. Okay, so we're gonna do the pink. And I'm going to notice I'm getting lighter and lighter, right? Now, for those of you who ask about blending, okay, see, here's my darker point and darkest. What I normally do is, you know, right now is there's my light part, right? And what I do is I will just gently color over my areas until the delineation line disappears. That's how I get a good blend. Okay, so I've got this nice light pink, okay. Oh man, that looks so cool. Okay. Wrong way. There you go. And now what I'm going to do is get out my light gray. And you should be able to see, hopefully, oh, that's the bottom of a cloud that we couldn't tell. So I'm gonna close that off. Kirby, we need to talk to you about closing off your lines here every once in a while. There you go. There we go. Okay, so hopefully you can see, like I said, where I'm going with this. Which is this. I've got my dark red closest to the volcano top. It's going to start turning pink because of distance, right? That's not blended very well. Then it's going to go from my pink, right, to what? My gray. Because we got smoke. Smoke on the water. Oh boy, I just dated myself, didn't I? Fire in the sky. See how it goes? Smoke on the water. Yeah. And I'm going to blend with the gray right over that pink, which is going to make it look cool. Let me pop you in a little bit here. Guys, look how neat that looks. Isn't that looking neat? All right. And for those of you who are new subscribers to me, you'll find out that I like to do micro view because I do that a lot when I'm teaching. And sometimes the micro view looks real crappy because it's micro view. But when you pull out to normal view, it looks great. It's kind of looking at a colored page that if you like look real close at the colored pencil, you see all the divots and stuff. Looking good. Okay, now, and see, I don't mind the gray over the pink. Oops, would help if I was in camera. I don't mind the gray over pink because that still gives me a nice smoky fire look. Okay, see, look at that. Cool beans. All right, let me brush that off. Let me pull you out. And I'm going to turn you for a second so you can see where I'm going with this. What do you think? But I'm not done, as you know. All right. Now I'm going to take my dark gray, which was my Master 425, which is this right here. Now I'm going to start making some storm clouds. And I want the gray on the edges of the pink. Boy, that music sounds kind of stormy. Da 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 da. All right. Now, you might ask me why I'm not coloring up here, right here. That's because the cloud's cut off, right? There's more of it coming this way, and that's the center of that cloud. So I'm not going to color that the gray because, why? Because I'm hitting basically the outsides. Oops. I didn't have much light gray on that. I gotta hit that. I'm gonna hit that too. And look how neat that gray looks on top of the pink. Isn't that cool? In fact, I'm even going to carry it over a little bit here. So look, pink on top and the gray over here. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Now, okay, so now I'm getting out away from the pink, except I'm gonna do one thing. Let me see if I can still do this. Now that I thought about it, here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put a little pink on the bottom there. Yeah, but that's it. I don't want to put pink over here because this cloud's facing that way to the right. If I were going to do any pink, I might do a little right there, but that's it, okay? So don't go all the way with your pink. That's enough. Okay. Okay. I love, love, love how these clouds are turning out. Okay, where's my gray pencil? There it is. Okay. So now I've got this gray. And notice that I am coloring now a good majority of the cloud, the darker gray, and then I'm emphasizing where Kirby put his shading. I was going to say shades, shading. Yep. Now, I'm not too worried about this pink right here because I'm going to be doing something else with the sky. But what I don't like at the moment is I've got an abrupt change between this gray and the light gray. So I need to fix that. So I'm going to very, very lightly color that light gray just to shade it up a little bit. There we go. Much better. You don't ever want to have abrupt changes in your colors. Now, I'm going to go pretty dark on this cloud right here. And then I'm going to backtrack a little to balance this out on the bottoms to carry that over, see? And then I'm going to lighten up as I get here. Now, blend your pencil, because I don't like these streaks. Oops, didn't mean to bend the paper. And let me pull you out. Oh man, look at that. Love it. Okay, now I see one abrupt change that I'm not too happy with this transition right here. So I'm gonna pull in a little more gray here, okay? Very, very lightly. What do I always tell you? Work lightly and then you can decide how dark you want to go. And I'm going to blend this pink. And again, I'm not worried about the pink getting into the gray when I do my blending, because that's what we've been doing this entire time. Okay. And I gotta quit fussing with this, because if I don't quit fussing on it with it, I'm gonna be on it all night, and we got more to do. Okay. So let me do a little cleanup here. Make sure the tip of your eraser is clean. You know, every once in a while I forget to do that on camera. And I do want to get rid of that gray here. Gray, pink. Because I've got other plans for that spot. Okay, so let's make sure I got you out all the way. We're gonna go like that, and I'm gonna aim you like that, and then you can take a look. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. Let me get the rest of this camel in here. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to pause for a second. It'll be a second to you, several minutes to me, obviously. And then I'm going to get my things ready to do this sky. So I want you to stick with me, because this is a new, probably a new technique for you. Well, hopefully a lot of what I'm showing you is a new technique. But anyway, so there's the smoke coming out. I really love it. One thing here as I'm looking at it though, I'm gonna go a little more red in this one spot that's closest to the lava. That's the only thing that bugged me a little bit, right? Because we got this coming out like right here. Oh man, better, better, better. And then I'll just curl it up this way. So I'm gonna leave that little guy pink. I guess I better pull you in to show you this detail. So this guy is going to stay pink, and I'm going to work the cloud around it with the red. See that? It's like a backwards C. Good, 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 good. All right, so I'm gonna quit fussing with this, except I see a really awkward transition right here, so I need to fix that. Okay, really, I will quit here. All right, so I'm gonna take a pause because like I said, I gotta get some materials ready and I will be back shortly. And I hope that you guys have really been enjoying what I've done so far. So stay put and more fun in a minute. Okay guys, I'm back and I'm going to be doing the sky now around the volcano. And I'm going to teach you the method that I used. I think you'll like it. I'm grabbing my eyeshadow because that's going to be part of it. Get that little puppy open. There we go. Get that out of the way. Use my arm. And again, that bell you hear is Vicky. She's coming into my studio. Hi, Vicky. Come here. You know that when I'm talking to you, she thinks I'm talking to her, so she comes up. All right, so let me show you how to do a really neat sky. And I'm going to pull you out a little bit. What you're going to need is a sheet of paper, just standard copy paper. And what I want you to do is take your fingernail and put a really sharp crease in it. And then what you're gonna do, let me see let's see what's more comfortable for me. All right. I'll get there. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna rip your paper and you're gonna rip it so that it has up and down hills in it. And this will make sense in a minute. Okay, so you're going to end up with a jagged edge like this. See that? Let's see, I didn't get quite a clean rip here. It's all right, I'll just bend that little puppy over. Now, the reason that you don't want to rip all the way to the end is you want your paper to stay together, okay? All right. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper and you're going to lay it down on the surface that you want to make your sky with. And you want to grab your eyeshadow. And what you want to do is start laying down your eyeshadow over the ripples. And this will make sense in a minute. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you ahead of time, is I want you to use a lighter gray as you get towards your volcano, and there's a reason for that. And you want to pick that up And here are the edges that you have. All right, now what you want to do is, and let me show you the eyeshadow that I'm using. I'm using this dark gray, and then as I get close, or this dark gray, and as I get closer to the volcano, I'm using the lighter one. Okay. And then you're going to turn your paper over. And I'm going to use my slightly darker gray. And there you go. You're starting to get a cloud pattern. You see it? Now, be sure that you have a brush that you can go ahead and brush off all your loose stuff, because this does get a little messy. Okay. And now I'm going to take my paper and lay it down again. And you want to stay as close to the edge as possible. You see what's starting to happen? All right, now because I was up with that, now I want to flip this puppy over and go down with it. And remember that for the moment you want your lighter gray near the volcano. Let me get you over here. Don't worry about your birds for the moment. Isn't that neat? Okay. Now I'm going to use my light gray right here. My darker gray there. And then what I'm going to do is get a very soft blue, because, and let me tell you why, because I'm planning on putting blue in this water. So now what's going to happen is it's going to show up, it'll catch, complement each other. And look how cool that sky is starting to look now. All right, so now I'm going to go down with this. Let me see here, yeah. And I'm going to go right in the middle there. And I'm going to use, let's see, I want to get a soft blue. This is a grayish blue. But keep your blue away from that mountain yet, because again, we're going to be doing something. Okay, I'm starting to get some really nice storm clouds in here. And let me go ahead and get a little bit of gray over here. And now it's okay to start filling in. You see where those little white areas were? You can get those gently. And you want to use a different finger because you want that light gray next to the volcano. Okay. And let me do, and be sure, you can, not be sure, but be aware that you can shift your paper over now to also make different designs. So I'm going to keep my gray lighter over here, and then go with my darker gray here. Remember, we're doing storm clouds. And if your patterns look a little too regular, you can go ahead and rub on it, and that'll straighten out or diminish some of those lines. But look how neat that's starting to look now. All right, so let's get some up here. Now I'm going with the lighter gray, but because I had the darker gray smudged on my finger, it's gonna mix, so that's fine. And it's okay if you get into that smoke. And I'm going to get my light blue again and mix into there. Look how cool that's starting to look. Yeah. Okay. Now, just for the sake of argument, I'm going to get another piece of paper. And I'm going to crease it like I showed you. And I'm going to rip another pattern. There we go. Given that it's basically physically impossible to rip it exactly the same way, now I've got a new pattern, okay? And we'll get some nice variety. Now, if you're a little nervous about doing this on your page, because especially if you haven't seen this before, get yourself a piece of paper, okay, and practice on it. I'm just going to go ahead and fill that in now. Oh, that's so neat. Now, I'm going to grab a little blue here. And I'm just freelancing the blue. All right. And let's go ahead and do this now. Let's see here. And I hope that this is another thing that you're looking at and saying, wow, that's really neat. And not only are you saying, wow, that's really neat, but you're saying, hey, I can do that. Yes, you can. What do I always tell you guys? I'm never, ever going to show you something that I don't think you can't do. All right, now I'm going to take my paper, turn it over. Obviously, you can tell that I've obviously tried my colors on this before. And again, for those of you who are new subscribers, that's my cat yowling because she likes to bring me a toy, and every time she does that, she yowls. I am not pulling her tail, I promise. Now, notice there's some white in here from the gap that I left. If you want to do that, that's fine. I think it looks cool, actually. All right, so let me turn this over and do some more. Now we're getting near the trees, so try and watch your trees here. And now I'm just going to go ahead and freelance the color right here. Don't worry about coloring your little spray there. Remember, in fact, I drew that in with my pen. Let me get my teeny tiny eraser. I'm going to go ahead and clean that up just a little bit because I want to color those spots. Which actually makes the clouds look neat too. Now, if you like this white, which I do, I'm going to go ahead and erase away another area or two. So cool. Remember, your eraser is just like a pencil. You can use it like a pencil and do different effects with it, right? Please tell me you've learned that. Look at that. And just for the sake of balance, I'm going to go ahead and do a spot over here. Looking good. Okay. So let's do the other side. I really, really hope by now you're looking at this and saying, wow, yeah, doable. Excuse my arm. Okay. By the way, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a little blue in here. Look, I'm just touching it with the blue and then bumping it with my finger. Okay? Yeah, I like it. Okay, so let's do the other side. And remember, when you're done with your coloring, you're going to be using or should be using your Krylon spray. And that's going to be really important since you are doing eyeshadow, because you don't want that eyeshadow to be rubbing off. All right, so let's go ahead and do this side. Oh man, that looks so neat. And I promise you that after a while of doing this, you're going to get so used to it that you'll start to be able to design your spot. And by that I mean, I decided to put this up near the top and have these clouds come down. And then I'm going to take my lighter gray and splotch in a little gray there. Love it. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this over. Now, remember, I told you that I want your gray next to the volcano light. So I'm going to use a different finger because my main finger, right-handed, is getting a lot of gray on it. So now I'm going to do this with my lighter finger. Yeah, see? And then I'm going to turn this over and jog off the design. See how I'm going to have that peek into there? Darker gray. Love it. And then this little up and down right here, the white, I'm going to leave that for now. Now I've already got my lighter gray here, so I'm going to stop right there with my darker gray. Okay. Keep my light gray here. Cool. Okay, I'm going to turn that upside down because see, we've got the peaks going up, right? Now I'm going to have the peaks going down. All right, light gray. Oh, actually, guys, you can go with your darker gray now because we're near the side of the volcano and not the lava. And actually, I'm going to color all this in now with a light gray, and then I'll come back and do my clouds. Let me touch this with a little blue on this side because we did it on the other. Please tell me you're getting excited about this. Yeah. neato. And now I'm going to go back to my first page that I tore up, and I'm going to finish the bottom of this. Yeah. Now I'm going to go over the whole thing with my finger. And that way we'll have this blending and looking like neat clouds. All right, so let's hit this side with a little blue. Okay, see it right there? Let me bring it in. Feel like a little kid getting into paints, you know? Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of dark gray, and I'm going to just gently touch here, just to get some contrast. There we go. And then I'm going to take my fine point eraser and get that little tree back. Am I, oh, there we go, out of view. Okay, now let me throw away my little scraps of paper. Excuse my arm. Give me a second to put away my eyeshadow, because if I don't, I'll either dump it or get my elbow into it. So be with you in a second. Here, let me do this. Let me pull you out so you can admire that. You can do this. Look at that. And what I really want to hear from you, oh, there's some blue. Little chunk of blue eyeshadow, and I just rubbed it in. Listen to me. What I want you to be thinking now is other projects, coloring books that you've got sky or background, that you can take eyeshadow and do the same thing. And you can either do it in all blue. You don't have to do a sky, for example. You can do it in single colors. Okay, look at that. Yes, 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 yes. And actually, I'm going to be smart about this and save my eyeshadow templates, because I've got this other side to do. I forgot. Yep. So I want the shapes to be relatively the same, so I'm going to save those. Excuse me a second while I take some water. All right, and there's one more thing that I want to do here. And now that I think about it, I got stupid. I'm going to get my eyeshadow out again, because there's still something I need to do here. Hopefully you're ahead of the curve on me and you know what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to test some pink. Okay, I think I like that. All right, so I'm going to take some pink and I'm going to put it right up there on my clouds. And that, folks, is why I wanted you to keep the gray lighter near the clouds on this side. Look how cool that looks. Isn't that neat? And I'm gonna take my left hand now. I am not left-handed. And I'm going to do it on this side. Now, don't be picky specific with this, okay? Look how I'm doing it. I'm just going zit, okay? And I'm going to carry this pink out a little bit out this way. Look at that. Is that not neat? And notice that I carried my pink out to about there, okay? Because we've got some pretty serious eruption going here. Oh yeah. Now, one little correction that I'm going to make, I'm going to take my lightest gray and you see where that white spot is? To me, that looks like I missed it when I colored in the page. So I'm just going to go back and yeah, there we go. It just looked funny to me. Okay. I am hoping that you guys like this. Let me get my paper out of the way here. And let me brush my table off. And I'm going to pull out so you can see the whole effect. Look at that. What do you think? I am very, very happy with that. Now, looking at it through the camera, I'm checking to make sure that there's not too much quote-unquote pattern on the clouds. I am very comfortable with what I see. For example, I see these three right here. I think that looks cool. Now, one of the things that you can do, if you want, is take a gray pencil and go ahead and enhance some of your clouds. See how those two spots now look darker? Look at that. Isn't that cool? So if you really wanted to do something neat with this, and guys, clouds are hard to mess up. They really are. So look. Isn't that neat? In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that. But give that some thought. Just take your gray. And this is the gray I used up here. See how I'm drawing little swirlies here? Look at that. And then I'm just outlining the bottom of this gray. And then coming up a little bit. See? So yeah, now that I started that, I probably need to continue it. But of course, I'm not going to do that on video here. I'll do it off camera. But look at that. Isn't that cool? So really, by the time you see this again, you're going to see a really cool enhancement on these clouds. And see on here just now, and pull you in, right here. So I'm coloring near the bottom, and then I just decided to go up with it a little bit. I'm not going to go into this cloud, but see, I just went up with it. So if you think, and look, I'm just adding that as extra. Look at that. And then what you really want to do is get some cloud enhancement right next to your volcano. Look how that darkened up. Going to do it up here too. And then I'm going to darken up this gray by this pink. That's going to look super cool. See that? And now, by darkening underneath the pink and around it, that's giving that definition. Yeah, I'm going to be doing this on mine. So, guess what? Do it on yours. I think it's going to look cool. And see, you can see now where I've colored. Look at the big difference here. Isn't that neat? So when I'm off camera uploading this video, I'm going to be doing that. And by the way, I wanted to thank you guys for the ones of you who have been sending in your samples to me to see this. That makes my day. It really does. Oops, I got a big white spot there, don't I? Okay. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to pull out. There you go. I am a happy camper. Clouds are going from progressively dark red to pink to light gray. Huh. I probably should have gone darker gray and then light gray. I may fix that. We'll see. We'll see. But it'll work this way because that can turn darker as it, travels across. So yeah, more that I think about it, that's the way to go. All right, guys, questions, comments, email me. That would be the best way. I mean, you can leave comments on YouTube. I always love to see those because other people see them too, which is good. But I'm very happy with that. I hope you are. All doable by you. Easy peasy. All right, guys, this is ILene Vick for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. I hope somebody learned something tonight, today, whatever. And thank you so much for spending time with me. Joyous, joyous, joyous coloring. Bye.